Hello, friends. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Rajendra Bagh. I previously served as a professor of law and have taught in several reputed law colleges in Mumbai, including Siddharth College of Law, Dr. Ambedkar College of Law, Padala, and Nalanda Law College, Korai, Purvali. During my academic career, I also had the honor of serving as the chairman and paper setter for the LLB third year examination and also served more period as a paper setter, chief moderator for LLB first and second year at the University of Mumbai. I have also written several academic articles on legal subjects, and some of my articles have been prescribed for study in the MBA course at Shivaji University, Kolhapur. At present, I am practicing as an advocate at the Bombay High Court, Mumbai. Okay. I have a deep interest in legal education, jurisprudence, and practical aspect of law. And I always look forward to sharing knowledge and experience with the students and young legal professionals. After being approached by several students and some legal professionals to take lectures on the subject, jurisprudence means legal theory, which is prescribed in the fourth semester of the LLB third year course and eighth semester of the 5 years LLB course. I have decided to conduct these lectures. Firstly, I would like to clarify one important thing. Many professionals teach this subject in different ways, however, my approach will be slightly different. I do not merely intend to teach the subject in a traditional manner. My objective is to help you clearly understand the concept of jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is not a subject that should be studied only for examination. Rather, it is a subject that helps us understand the philosophy, foundation, and reasoning behind law. Therefore, in these lectures, I will try to explain the concepts in a simple, analytical, and practical manner so that students can easily understand the subject and apply it in legal thinking as well as in their examination. Therefore, friends, before starting my lectures, I would like to give you a specification about the jurisprudence, why this particular jurisprudence subject to be learned. Af- After finishing my introduction to you, let us start with the first lecture of jurisprudence, legal theory. Jurisprudence is the study of philosophy of law. मीन्स न्याय शास्त्र विधि का अध्ययन या दर्शन है. It is the theoretical, analytical, and critical study of law, legal concept, and legal system. Therefore, jurisprudence is nothing but is a theoretical, यानी कि विधि जो है वो विधिक अवधारणाओं तथा विधिक प्रणालियों का सैद्धांतिक विश्लेषणात्मक और आलोचनात्मक अध्ययन है. इट मीन्स दैट इट इज अ theoretical, analytical एनालिसिस किया जाता है उस and critical study of law. What is the critical study of law? Critical study of the law in the sense पूरा डिटेल्स में उसकी लॉ की स्टडी की जाती है, विधि का अभ्यास किया जाता है. लीगल कॉन्सेप्ट यानी कि जो विधिक प्रणालियां है एंड लीगल सिस्टम सैद्धांतिक विश्लेषणात्मक आलोचनात्मक अध्ययन है. Therefore, we should understand what is the legal system, and for to understand the legal system, a jurisprudence subject is there. The term jurisprudence originates from the Latin word jurisprudentia, where juris means law and prudentia means knowledge, wisdom, or skill. The jurisprudence means knowledge of the law. This is a very clear concept you have to understand. Therefore, the students and any professionals should understand, should know what is the law, and they should have the thorough knowledge of the law. Therefore, they must know the jurisprudence subject properly or legal theory subject details and properly. दिस इज द लैटिन वर्ड ऑफ jurisprudential. एक लैटिन शब्द है jurisprudential जिसके उत्पन्न हुआ है. जुरिस का मतलब है कानून और प्रुडेंशिया का मतलब है ज्ञान या कौशल. इस प्रकार विधि शास्त्र का अर्थ है विधि का ज्ञान या न्याय शास्त्र का अर्थ है न्याय का ज्ञान. Let us understand the course objective fundamental about the nature purpose of law, introduction of major school of jurisprudence, analytical understanding of legal concept such as rights, duties, possession, property, title, obligation, etc. Let us talk about definition of law. Law is the set of rules created and enforced by a governing authority to regulate behavior and maintain order in society. It defines rights and duties and provides remedies and punishments in those rights and duties are violated. What is the definition of law? It's going to be say it is a set of rules created and enforced by the governing authority to regulate behavior and maintain order in society. इसका मतलब क्या है? Law is a set of there are the different kind of rules are there. You will find that police rules are there, some of the custom rules are there, some of the taxes rules are there. Likewise, there are various rules are there. Some of the what you can call insurance laws rules are the banking rules are there. This is nothing but a set of rules. Law is nothing but a set of rules. And this created and enforced by ये कौन बनाता है? It is created by the governing authority and enforced by whom? By the governing authority. Who is the governing authority? Those are sovereign, that is Sarvabhaum, maybe state, maybe central government, maybe the state government, or any other executive bodies are there. Why it is required to be regulate? To regulate because to control the external behavior of the person or individual. External behavior means the persons who are going to create a nuisance into the society by his behavior, what we are calling the external behavior. And to maintain order in the society, the governing authority is there. They are going to regulate such type of rules, set of rules, that is the law. This is a very simple concept I have explained. कानून उन नियमों का समूह है जिन्हें किसी शासकीय प्राधिकरण द्वारा समाज में व्यवहार को नियंत्रित करने और व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के लिए बनाया और लागू किया जाता है. राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज and provides the remedies and punishment when those rights and duties are violated. You know, friend, in our constitution, there are the fundamental rights, there are the fundamental duties also. This is a very specific concept Dr. B.R. Ambedkar have been written into the constitution, my dear friends. Therefore, friend, it is defined rights and duties. What I can say, right and duty, these are the two things, right? So everybody has to obey it or follow it. If someone's right is going to be violated, or somebody's duties are going to be violated under such circumstances, the rules in such manner that person will be there will be remedy against such a violator, that is nothing but punishment or fine. Therefore, friend, what I am again going to say, if the rights and duties are going to be violated, rights and duties are violated by anyone, that persons will be punished or fined by with the help of the remedies provided as per the law. ये अधिकारों और कर्तव्यों को निर्धारित करता है तथा उनके उल्लंघन होने पर उपचार यानी उपाय और दंड का प्रावधान करता है. Therefore, friend, therefore this is the one of the aspect what I told you what exactly the jurisprudence is there. This is the basic fundamental concept of the jurisprudence, friend. In short, law is summarized as rules and regulations, authority and sovereign power, enforceability, sanction of penalties, justice and order in society. There, this is the basic fundamental concept of the jurisprudence. There are the various jurists have framed and defined this particular definition of law. When I'm talking about the law, law is nothing but a jurisprudence. Definition is concerned with a law, it means that it is going to explain to the jurisprudence subject. What John Austin say that it is a positivist school he has formed, my dear friend, Pratyakshawadi Vichardhara. He is saying that law is a command of the sovereign backed by sanction. कानून सर्वोच्च सत्ता का आदेश है जो दंड द्वारा समर्थित होता है. It means that there is a command by the sovereign. Sovereign means I told you those are having the superpower, supreme power. In our country, delegated by the democracy, delegated by the Constitution of India. Under such circumstances, the supreme power given to the maybe the state, maybe to central government, or maybe the any state. You know, friend, central government, that is central body, what we are talking about right now, it is nothing but a state also. Because of constitution, India is a state they have mentioned, my dear friend. You will find in the preamble also. Therefore, state is a सार्वभौम सबसे supreme जो है. Or maybe sometimes it is the case of the police station right now, friend. The police is having the power. They are supreme over there, and they can command by sanctioning. In the sense, who is sanctioning? Backed by the sanctioning. Who is sanctioning? The state is going to sanction the particular powers, sanctioning the particular, implementing the specific law against the nuisance creator. Therefore, law is nothing but a command. This is the what a positivist theory is there. Now, friends, you will find, according to Austin, law is a rule laid down by a political superior to political inferior, and its violation is punishable. सबऑर्डिनेट. देखो ऑस्टिन के अनुसार कानून वह नियम है जो एक राजनीतिक श्रेष्ठ सर्वोच्च सत्ता द्वारा राजनीतिक अधीनस्थों के लिए बनाया जाता है और उसके उल्लंघन पर दंड दिया जाता है. Therefore, this is the concept what Mr. Austin told, and then Austin said that this is a specific definition is there. Now, second definition is given by Mr. Salman. Salman is one of the very intelligent person, a jurist. He says it defines a law is the body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. कानून उन सिद्धांतों का समुच्चय है जिन्हें राज्य द्वारा न्याय के प्रशासन में मान्यता दी जाती है और लागू किया जाता है. In the sense that it is a law which is going to be implemented or going to pass, or powers are given by the state to the administrative bodies, and they are implementing for the purpose of the justice. This is a very simple thing. Therefore, Solomon focuses on law as a system for delivering justice. System, what administrative system, how it will be implemented into the society to maintain the peace and to give the maximum pleasure to the maximum people. Therefore, सालमन के अनुसार कानून न्याय प्रदान करने की एक प्रणाली के रूप में कार्य करता है. Now, third one is the friend H.L.A. Hart. H.L.A. Hart, what he said, law is a system of rules, including primary rules that imposes duty, and secondary rules that provides procedure for creating, changing, or interpreting the primary rules. Now he is saying that it is a system of rules. Which rules? Secondary, primary rules as secondary. Primary rules comes that primary rules are imposing duties on the citizens. And what is secondary rule is going to say, as per the requirement in the society, as per the requirement to the citizens or to the individuals, to the persons, whatever changes are going to take place or whatever the need of law is there, rule is there, regulation is there, under such circumstances, that is nothing but the secondary rules are going to make the changes. That what we are calling creating, changing or interpreting the primary rules. कानून नियमों की एक प्रणाली है जिसमें प्राथमिक नियम जो कर्तव्य को लागू करते हैं और द्वितीय नियम जो प्राथमिक नियमों के निर्माण, परिवर्तन या व्याख्या के प्रक्रिया प्रदान करते हैं या शामिल होते हैं. This is a very clear concept what I told. Hart gives a modern structured view of the law beyond mere command. Now, what Austin said right now, after the Austin's, then Salmon, what he has told right now, friend, and there what Hart is going to say. Hart is given a modern structure of the administration of justice. This is a very important thing, and this is nothing beyond the command. बियॉन्ड कमांड, कमांड इज देयर, उसके अलावा उन्होंने एक अच्छा सा एक मॉडर्न एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव जस्टिस के बारे में उन्होंने अपने इसमें बताया गया है। आठ कानून का एक आधुनिक और संरचित दृष्टिकोण प्रस्तुत करते हैं जो केवल आदेश कमांड तक सीमित नहीं है। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ फोर्थ पॉइंट इज डिफरेंट, रॉस्क्यू पॉन्ड, रॉस्क्यू पॉन्ड, रॉस्क्यू पॉन्ड समाजशास्त्रीय विचारधारा यानी कि सोशियोलॉजिकल स्कूल उन्होंने फॉर्म किया है। What he is saying that is defining law is the tool of social engineering. Now, what is social engineering? Whatever administrative part is concerned, right? Whatever the requirement is there, whatever implementation is there, that is nothing. What he said is social engineering. आपको पता है इंजीनियर किस तरह से कैसे मशीन बनाता है, मशीन चलाता है, प्रोडक्शन निकालता है। उसी तरह से सोशल जो समाज है, समाज के लिए उनका वो इंजीनियरिंग की तरह काम करता है। Therefore, what he is saying, law is a tool of social engineering. He believed that law should serve society by balancing conflicting interest and promoting justice. अंतर्गत जो विवाद है उसको बैलेंस करके उसके लिए प्रॉपर प्रमोटिंग जस्टिस, न्याय देने का काम वहां पर किया जाता है। और फिफ्थ वन जो है हॉलैंड, हॉलैंड says that he framed like this definition: law is a general rule of external human action enforced by a sovereign political authority. It means that law is nothing but, I told you before that external human behavior and internal human behavior. Internal मतलब अंतर्गत अंतर्मन है जो कई बाधाएं निर्माण करते हैं। अगर मुझे अंतर्मन से कहा जाता है कि मैं किसी के ऊपर हमला करूं तो मेरा एक्सटर्नल बिहेवियर वो एक्ट करता है और परिणाम स्वरूप उसकी वजह से मेरे ऊपर, मैंने जो किसी के ऊपर हमला किया है, अत्याचार किया है, तो लॉ उसके ऊपर एनफोर्स जाता है, लागू होता है। वो कौन करता है? सोवेरियन पॉलिटिकल अथॉरिटी, दैट इज स्टेटिस, दैट इज सार्वभौम। कानून बाह्य मानवीय आचरण का एक सामान्य नियम है जिसे संप्रभु राजनीतिक प्राधिकरण द्वारा लागू किया जाता है। What emphasizes enforcement and external behavior, ये प्रवर्तन और बाह्य व्यवहार पर बल देता है, यानी कि जो एनफोर्समेंट है वो एक्सटर्नल एक्टिविटीज है, एक्सटर्नल बिहेवियर उसको पूरी तरह से कंट्रोल करता है ताकि नेक्स्ट टाइम ही शुड नॉट डू सच थिंग्स। दिस इज द हॉलैंड व्हाट ही सेड। Therefore, friend, what I am saying again, the definition is concerned. I already told you, law is a set of rules made by the government that people in a society must follow, and if they break these rules, there are consequences. उसका परिणाम उनको भुगतना पड़ेगा। कानून सरकार द्वारा बनाए गए नियमों का एक समूह है जिनका पालन समाज के लोगों को करना है होता है, और यदि वे इन नियमों का उल्लंघन करते हैं तो उसके परिणाम दंड होते हैं। So this is a very clear concept, is there, my dear friends, and therefore what I can say now, see friends, कानून का सार क्या है, उसका मेन जो समराइज किस तरह से, लॉ इज समराइज एट हाउ रॉयल हैज समराइज द सेंस रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन। Who is making the rules and regulations? State, सार्वभौम, सर्वोच्च जो है वो करते हैं रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन, यानी कि नियम और विनियम। अथॉरिटी और सोवेरियन पावर, प्राधिकरण और संप्रभु शक्ति। सोवेरियन सार्वभौम की क्या पावर होती है? एनफोर्सिबिलिटी, लागू करने की क्षमता। सैंक्शन और पेनल्टी, दंड या दंडात्मक प्रावधान। जस्टिस एंड ऑर्डर इन सोसाइटी, समाज में न्याय और व्यवस्था की जाती है। Therefore, friend, this is what I told you, a basic foundation to you people, friends. What exactly the law is, dear friend. And therefore, friend, this is what I would like to tell you, friend. Very important things that you should understand. This is the basic structure, and then we will move to the, I will explain further the details of this jurisprudence. Talking about the jurisprudence right now, a subject jurisprudence या न्याय शास्त्र के बारे में जब बात करता हूँ, I told you about briefly definitions of the various jurists. Now, friend, पत्ति और सिद्धांतों यानी प्रिंसिपल्स का अध्ययन किया जाता है। It does not merely study what the law is, but also tries to understand. केवल कानून के बारे में नहीं बताता है, लेकिन इसके अलावा वो ये कहता है, समझने का प्रयास करता है, why law exists, कानून की जरूरत क्यों है। अगर कहीं पर पूरी शांति है, कहीं तकलीफ नहीं है, तो वहां पर कानून की जरूरत नहीं होती है। तो why law exists, कानून क्यों अस्तित्व में है। हाउ लॉ डेवलप्स, कानून किस तरह से विकसित होता है. व्हाट शुड बी द आइडियल लॉ, आदर्श कानून कैसा होना चाहिए. हाउ लॉ रिलेट्स टू सोसाइटी, मोरालिटी एंड जस्टिस, कानून का समाज, नैतिकता और न्याय से क्या संबंध है. इन सारे बातों के ऊपर हम लोग स्टडी करते हैं. Therefore, I can say jurisprudence is nothing but a fundamental study of the LLB students. Jurisprudence is nothing but a fundamental aspect or concept for the advocates. Jurisprudence is nothing but a fundamental base for the legal professionals. Therefore, इन परिभाषाओं से हम समझ सकते हैं कि न्याय शास्त्र यानी विधि शास्त्र कानून के मूलभूत सिद्धांतों और अवधारणाओं का अध्ययन करता है. Therefore, this is a very important thing. Now, friends, when we are talking about this particular thing, that what are the objectives of the studying jurisprudence? Jurisprudence का study करने की जरूरत क्यों है? What are the objectives that we have to study? न्याय शास्त्र के अध्ययन के उद्देश्य क्या है, हमें समझना काफी जरूरी है. The study of jurisprudence has several important objectives for a law student and legal professionals. न्याय शास्त्र का अध्ययन विधि के विद्यार्थियों और विधि पेशेवरों के लिए कई महत्वपूर्ण उद्देश्यों का पूरा करता है. तो नंबर 1, to understand the nature and purpose of law, that is a very important, friend. By this you can elaborate a particular topic, that is particular about nature and purpose. What it is there, कानून की प्रकृति और उद्देश्य को समझना काफी जरूरी है. Jurisprudence helps students understand, न्याय शास्त्र विद्यार्थियों को समझने में सहायता करता है. What law actually is, क्या है इसके बारे में समझाता है. कानून वास्तव में क्या है. Why law exists in society, इसके बारे में हमको समझाता है. कानून समाज में क्यों अस्तित्व में है. What role plays in maintaining order and justice, व्यवस्था और न्याय बनाए रखने में कानून की क्या भूमिका है. तो this is a very important first point, that understand the nature and purpose of the law. Now, second point. Now, this what I do different by the logically you can explain in your examination. You can write what law actually is. कानून क्या, मैंने आपको सारे definitions पता है. Law exists in society क्यों जरूरी है, तो इसके लिए जरूरी है कि rights and duties are concerned by different. What role plays in maintaining order, justice, a sovereign body is there, state is there, that you have to explain my different. To study different schools of legal thoughts, विधिक विचारधाराओं के विभिन्न स्कूलों का अध्ययन करना. Now, विभिन्न स्कूल, different legal thoughts, different school of legal thoughts. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, positivist is there, historical is, sociological is there. Likewise, friend, there are the schools, and every jurist and persons have studied and detail. They have tried to explain. They have tried to explain the jurisprudence to. Jurisprudence introduces various schools of legal philosophy such as, न्याय शास्त्र विभिन्न विधिक दर्शनों के स्कूलों से परिचित करता है, जैसे कि नेचुरल लॉ स्कूल, प्राकृतिक विधि विद्यालय, एनालिटिकल स्कूल, विश्लेषणात्मक विद्यालय, हिस्टोरिकल स्कूल, ऐतिहासिक विद्यालय, सोशियोलॉजिकल स्कूल, समाजशास्त्रीय विद्यालय, रियली स्कूल, यथार्थवादी विद्यालय. ये स्कूल एक्सप्लेन लॉ फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव. हर एक विद्यालय कानून को अलग अलग दृष्टिकोण से आपको समझाता है. नाउ फ्रेंड, these all schools right now, this is the first lecture, but I will explain these schools one by after the one by one lectures in different lectures. The friend, to develop analytical thinking, विश्लेषणात्मक सोच का हमें विकास करना जरूरी है. तो कैसे? It develops the analytical and logical thinking ability of law students by examining legal concept. Like, ये विधि के विद्यार्थियों की विश्लेषणात्मक और तार्किक सोच को विकसित करता है, निम्नलिखित विधिक अवधारणाओं का अध्ययन करता है. तो कौन से लीगल कॉन्सेप्ट है? तो सबसे पहले मैंने आपको बताया राइट, दैट इज अधिकार. सेकेंड, ड्यूटीज, दैट इज कर्तव्य. पोजेशन, कब्जा, किसी प्रॉपर्टी का कब्जा या पोजेशन लेते हैं. ओनरशिप ऑफ एनीथिंग, माय डियर फ्रेंड, प्रॉपर्टी, मूवेबल, इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. तो फॉर प्रॉपर्टी, मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी, इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. लायबिलिटी, दायित्व, जिम्मेदारी क्या है, ऑब्लिगेशन, बाध्यता, restriction. This is what a very important part. Therefore, these are the points, right, friend, what we are talking right now. to develop analytical thinking. So each and every point we are going to study afterwards one by one, and therefore this is the jurisprudence is going to give the detailed study about this particular topic. This is nothing but a very important concept for the, and it may be asked in the examination after. I will cover it later on. Fourth point is understand relationship between law and society. कानून और समाज के बीच संबंधों को समझना. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. jurisprudence studies how law interact with, किस तरह से कानून लागू होता है. न्याय शास्त्र या विधि शास्त्र यह अध्ययन करता है कि कानून निम्नलिखित के साथ कैसे संबंध स्थापित करता है. Now, friend, you keep in the mind, you know law, you know the society. Society is nothing but it is a group of the people is there, right, friend? Society is nothing but it is a uh, social aspect is concerned, my dear friend. Therefore, what I am talking about is particular, there is a relationship. Law and society, there is a relationship with each other. Now, what is there? The first point, किससे साथ स्थापित करते हैं? सोशल वैल्यू, सामाजिक मूल्य का अध्ययन किया जाता है. मोरालिटी यानी कि नैतिकता के बारे में कहा जाता है. इकोनॉमिक्स अर्थव्यवस्था के बारे में कहा जाता है. पॉलिटिक्स राजनीति, कल्चर संस्कृति. Thus it explains law as a social institution. इस प्रकार ये कानून को एक सामाजिक संस्था के रूप में समझाता है. This is a very important thing. Point number 5, to improve legal interpretation and reasoning. लीगल इंटरप्रिटेशन एंड रीजनिंग, विधिक व्याख्या और तर्क शक्ति में सुधार करना. नाउ सी इंटरप्रिटेशन, हाउ द लॉ इज गोइंग टू इंटरप्रेट, how it is going to implement. While implementing the interpretation is there. You know, friend, even after this interpretation, there is a specific subject is there, interpretation of statute for your legal study. By this interpretation, the judges are passing the decrees or judgments, and these are the judgments are nothing but how they are going to pass. It is with the help of the reasoning. When you are going to read the decree right now, my dear friends, or any order, you will find that the order which have been given by the way of reasoning is there. And how? By giving interpretation which is made by the advocates. These are the very important concept is there. Therefore, how this improve legal interpretation and reasoning to give the proper justice to the concerned person, individuals, person, or to the society. A good understanding of jurisprudence help judges, lawyers, and scholars. न्याय शास्त्र की अच्छी समझ न्यायाधीशों, वकीलों और विद्वानों की सहायता करती है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट माय डियर फ्रेंड. इंटरप्रेट लॉ करेक्टली, कानून की सही व्याख्या करने में मायने रखती है. अंडरस्टैंड लेजिस्लेटिव इंटेंट, विधायिका के उद्देश्य को समझने में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, समझना चाहिए, ये मदद करती है. इंटरप्रेट लॉ करेक्टली, अंडरस्टैंड लेजिस्लेटिव इंटेंट प्रॉपरली, अप्लाई लीगल प्रिंसिपल्स इफेक्टिवली, विधिक सिद्धांतों को प्रभावी रूप से लागू करना चाहिए. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इंप्रूव द लीगल interpretation and reasoning. This is a nothing but the final conception is there, final implementation is there while giving the justice to the concerned person. And point number 6, to evaluate and improve law, कानून का मूल्यांकन और सुधार करना. Now when society is concerned, right, my friend, as a society, the laws those are going to be made, whether that law is correctly going to be effective or implement properly or not, that is also going to be studied, my dear friend. Under such circumstances, you will find what he is going to say, jurisprudence also helps in criticizing existing law and suggesting improvement for better justice and social welfare. Therefore, research is a very important aspect. Whenever any law is going to be formed, it is going to pass in the houses right now. After that, when it is going to the concerned administrative body, I already teach in the last lecture administration law, that administrative body is going to study about that particular verdicts and everything, and whether it is properly going to implement or it is going to effective or not, that they are going to study. Thereafter, they are going to frame the law, a legal language is concerned, my dear friend. Therefore, it is going to be say, whenever any law is going to be enacted, it is, or any theory is concerned, or jurisprudence aspect is concerned, it is going to be criticized. क्रिटिसाइज एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ, बाकी कानून के हिसाब से उसको क्रिटिसाइज किया जाता है. एंड नॉट ओनली क्रिटिसाइजिंग, दे आर गोइंग टू डू, दे आर रिसर्चिंग द थिंग्स, and afterward they are suggesting some improvement for better justice and social welfare. Ultimately, it is a very important that every individual, every person, every citizen is concerned with the social welfare. न्याय शास्त्र वर्तमान कानूनों की आलोचना करने और बेहतर न्याय एवं सामाजिक कल्याण के लिए सुधार सुझाने में भी सहायता करता है, यानी कि कल्याण के बारे में, सामाजिक कल्याण यानी कि सोशल वेलफेयर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Ultimately, finally, I will come to the conclusion. Jurisprudence is not merely the study of legal rules, but the study of the philosophy, principles, and purpose behind the law. अतः अंत में न्याय शास्त्र केवल विधिक नियमों का अध्ययन नहीं है, बल्कि यह कानून के पीछे के दर्शन, सिद्धांतों और उद्देश्यों का अध्ययन है. It provides a theoretical foundation for understanding the entire legal system. ये संपूर्ण विधिक प्रणाली को समझने के लिए सैद्धांतिक आधार प्रदान करता है. It is nothing but a giving a theoretical foundation and to understand the entire legal system. Therefore, jurisprudence is a very important, and therefore this is a very important subject because it's a fundamental base. It is a fundamental subject for the LLB student. For law students, it acts as a foundation subject, helping them understand the deeper meaning and functioning of law in society. When you are going for the practice or going to give going for the profession under such circumstances, this is the jurisprudence is a very important subject you have to study. विधि के विद्यार्थियों के लिए यह एक आधारभूत विषय के रूप में कार्य करता है, जो उन्हें समाज में कानून के गहरे अर्थ और कार्य प्रणाली को समझने में सहायता करता है. Therefore, friend, this is my first lecture, and I hope that you might have understood. I tried to make it very simple manner and try to give you not try to convince you, my dear friends. I have always told you, my dear friends, I never teaching any subject, but I will make you to try to make you to understand the subject. And therefore, I hope that you might have been justified with my lecture. And let us go for the next lecture will be there in later on, a second lecture, which will be on the legal schools, law schools, that we will choose one by one, my dear friend. But my dear friend, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel because I am not charging a single pie from my students, but I am trying to share my knowledge with you people, and I'm trying to make you very easiest topic to you because I was a paper setter for the legal theory and jurisprudence. As a chairman, I had worked there in the Mumbai University. Therefore, friend, this is my honor and their responsibility and duty to explain to all of you, my dear friend. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. And let us wait for the next lecture, a second lecture